So he is also a member of Parliament on behalf of the New Democratic Party for the riding of Hamilton East Stony Creek. Please welcome Mr. Wayne Marston.
Assalamu alaikum, and of course Eid Mubarak. Jack Layton wants to be sure that everybody's had a happy Eid. He said to be sure to say that to you, and so I have. I don't have a written message from Jack because he's so busy running all over the country these days, it's hard to nail him down. In our caucus, I'm known as the person that puts our feet on the ground as a party. So I'm going to talk about something today that's always uncomfortable, and that's racism. In Canada, Canadians don't realize they're racist. It's like in the United States, racism is very blatant. In Canada, we're more polite, so oftentimes we don't understand it. We don't realize it. But people generally fear things they don't understand. That's why the Canadian Muslim Forum is so vitally important. And I'll give you an example. Following 9/11 in Hamilton, Ontario, you'll recall that a Hindu Samaj was firebombed 3 days later. That ultimately led to myself becoming a member of Parliament by accident. I was president of our Labour Council, and we started a group called the Strengthening Hamilton Initiative. And we brought all of our community together from all segments to sit in the same room and talk about racism and to confront it. And it is a template that should be used across this country. Because racism isn't something that's new. And in Canada, every successive group of people coming here as immigrants faced a form of racism. I'll give you an example. In 1958, the Prime Minister of our country at that time, John Diefenbaker, stopped Italian immigration because of the objections of the other Canadians. And Lester Pearson, when he was elected, reinstated that immigration. That's why Liberals are the party of immigration. But the reality of the thing is, all of these things happen because of lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, and lack of sharing. So when you look around you at this forum, don't just speak to yourselves. Go out to the broader community. Find and develop a systemic way of including every segment of this community. Because once we have that understanding, things will change. I traveled across Canada over the last 18 months to 38 communities on a seniors pensions tour. And in every room that I was in, I would ask a question. Who's received the email that says immigrants get more from the Canadian government than seniors on pensions? And all the heads would start nodding. And then I would tell them, well, it's not true. Oh. These were all good people who thought they'd come across a scam and they better report it, so they sent it to all of their friends. And this ugly rumor kept spreading and spreading. Once these people came to understand that that wasn't true, they felt embarrassed. They felt sad that they'd been doing it. People in Canada are fundamentally good people, so we have to give them the tools of understanding to ensure that racism stops. And one of the things I like to say to people is, you know, there's 1.2 million Muslims in Canada. A lot of them have been here well over 30 years. When's the last one who was breaking into your house? When was the last one who stole your car? It doesn't happen because they're good people. And again, you see the heads begin to nod. So it's everybody's responsibility to share the good, positive stories and not just simply sit back and let it happen. And sometimes people are hurt emotionally and cut very deeply by racism. Your religion teaches you the same thing as other religions, and that's forgiveness. But aside from that, is that sharing of knowledge that's crucially important. So I thank the Canadian Muslim Forum for the good work that you do. Please continue and ensure that it spreads in the communities, the Muslim communities across the country, so they can share the goodness of the Muslim community with the rest of Canada. Thank you very much.